10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on trainergames.com.
Did you know Microsoft has officially ended support for Windows 10? Upgrade to Windows 11 with an LG Gram laptop. Voted PC Mag's Reader's Choice Top Laptop Brand for 2025. Thin and ultra lightweight, the LG Gram keeps you productive anywhere. And Windows 11 gives you access to free security updates and ongoing feature upgrades. Visit lgusa.com/iHeart for great seasonal savings on LG Gram laptops with Windows 11. PC Mag Reader's Choice used with permission. All rights reserved.
Season 2 of Unrivaled Basketball is here, and the talent is unreal. The best women's players on the planet are running it back with even bigger moments and bigger stakes. Don't miss as Paige Beckers, Nafisa Collier, Kelsey Plum, Brianna Stewart, and more take the court and redefine the game. This isn't your regular season. This is Unrivaled, where the pace is faster, the energy is higher, and every athlete shines. Unrivaled Basketball, Season 2, sponsored by Samsung Galaxy, tips off January 5th on TNT, TrueTV, and HBO Max.
Support for the show comes from Public, the investing platform for those who take it seriously. On Public, you can build a multi-asset portfolio of stocks, bonds, options, crypto, and now generated assets, which allow you to turn any idea into an investable index with AI. It all starts with your prompt. From renewable energy companies with high free cash flow to semiconductor suppliers growing revenue over 20% year over year, you can literally type any prompt and put the AI to work. It screens thousands of stocks, builds a one-of-a-kind index, and lets you backtest it against the S&P 500. Then, you can invest in a few clicks. Generated assets are like EFTs with infinite possibilities, completely customizable and based on your thesis, not someone else's. Go to public.com/podcast and earn an uncapped 1% bonus when you transfer your portfolio. That's public.com/podcast. Paid for by Public Investing. Brokerage services by Open to the Public Investing, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services by Public Advisors LLC. SEC registered advisor. Generated assets is an interactive analysis tool. Output is for informational purposes only and is not investment recommendation or advice. Complete disclosures available at public.com/disclosures.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and Valpak is here to make it even better. This month, as you sift through holiday mail, don't miss the blue Valpak envelope. From dining to holiday shopping, there's a slate full of savings in your mailbox, plus a chance to instantly win $100. That's right, you could find $100 Christmas cash inside. Want to save even more money on what you love? Go to Valpak.com for local coupons and offers. It pays to open Valpak. No purchase necessary for instant win. Void where prohibited. Prices are randomly inserted. See specially marked Valpak envelopes for details.
I'm Heather Dubrow.
I'm Terry Dubrow.
And we're going to keep this between us.
Yep, we are. We're not going to tell anything. Anybody.
Nope, we're done.
No, maybe not. Maybe we'll make an exception this time.
Would you still think I was hot if I just wore glasses all the time?
Well, you have the kind of face where with or without, Some people look better with glasses. Some people look better without. You have that. Remember on Housewives, they said, what part of your wife? They asked the husbands.
We were at a dinner.
And they asked us,
what's your favorite
part and anatomical part of your partner?
And Brooke said Vicky's vagina.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they said legs. Somebody said butt. And they said, what about Heather, Terry? And I said, face. Oh my gosh.
Speaking of faces, let's talk about cosmetic. We get so many questions about cosmetic procedures, especially for men. And I've been seeing a lot of stuff online about male plastic surgery, especially, I have never heard of this, but that guy, Zach from the Valley, gets Scrotox. Scrotox.
Yes, that's
because he says it feels good during sex and it aesthetically makes his balls look better.
Well, what it obviously does is it paralyzes the sort of parasympathetic nerves in the scrotal area, allowing the skin to relax and making the testicles look sort of more stretched out and potentially gives the illusion that there's more volume of the testicular sac.
But what about, why does it make sex better?
That I can't even imagine why it would make sense. I mean, first of all,
By the way, doesn't that hurt putting a needle in your ball?
that would not feel good. But
No.
I'm not sure. To be honest, I don't think as much as the shaft is a sensitive member of the genitalia for a guy, the testicles are not really a pleasure area much.
Well, apparently for Zach they are.
No, but I mean, I don't really understand that. It's like when you like are working the shaft and then you go over to the testicles, we all kind of go, okay.
Like
Are
it's
you
a
done?
break?
Are you done? Taking a smoke?
Taking a
Are you having a
break.
smoke? And so
Wait, but here's my question though, because all right, so we know that Botox decreases sweating. Like I had it done 100 years ago in my armpits. But you know what people say? And I don't know if this is true, but they say when you get Botox for sweating in your palms or your armpits, that you start sweating somewhere else. Is that true?
I think if it was a really hot day, you probably would.
Really?
You have to, your body is sweating because it's temperature regulating.
See, I think I crotch sweat now. I don't think I ever used to do that before I got Botox in my armpits.
Right. So you need a compensatory release of temperature, other areas, and
So then could you like do Botox in your crotch?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, you think about it, it's sort of the concept that someone has enough liposuction, right?
Yeah.
And they gain weight, they might undergo a phenomenon of, fatty redistribution where
You gain it somewhere else?
yeah, where if your primary area was normally your love handle or your moobs, if you're a guy, it might go to other areas, your inner thighs, your,
Why? Because
tummy.
once you suck the fat out, it can't come back.
Yeah, because theoretically, unless you get very, very overweight, you're born with a finite number of fat cells and that's it. Your fat cells don't really double.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
So
can't get new ones.
you can't unless you get really obese.
Okay.
Morbidly obese, like if a BMI greater than 40, your fat cells might then start to divide.
Okay.
So if you suction out your primary areas where you gain weight, we all have areas where we gain weight first. For me, it's my tummy and it's my love handles and my moobs, my breasts.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you suction those out of me, you decrease the total number of cells that are available for fat storage, and I will gain it in now secondary areas. And so there can be some weird redistribution phenomena.
And then you're just chasing the fat.
Well, it can look weird. I mean, you can see guys or women who if they're lucky, they just get bigger breasts because 50% of your breast tissue often is fat and 50% is glandular tissue.
So if I have my stomach sucked out, maybe I'll get bigger boobs?
Well, you don't have any fat in your stomach, so that's not a thing. Okay. We've reached this really interesting time right now where as good as female plastic surgery seems to be with the faceless and how good women are looking, that's contrasted by as bad as male plastic surgery seems to be right now. And as enthusiastic as people are, I think women about having faceless and other kinds of plastic surgery procedures popularized by celebrities because of the recent, trend among men having cosmetic surgery that looks extraordinarily bad. This is the time where men need to be more careful than ever about what procedures they choose and who they choose to have them do it.
So what are the popular things? Because I know like right now, if you look everywhere, everyone's saying that for women, that the new BBL, like the new popular thing, is an upper left brow lift.
Okay.
Like, that's the thing.
So that looks good in women.
Yeah.
Pretty much by and large, all women, except for that one time that maybe Renee Zellweger had her upper lids done, and she lost sort of her normal anatomy, the thing that
because she's got like hooded lids.
Her look was a very hooded lid look.
Yeah.
But when you look at the recent celebrities that have had, one in particular who will go unnamed, we've talked about before, who had his upper eyelids done.
Yeah.
He looks horrible. It just looks completely different.
Yeah, there's a couple of
It
guys.
is a full-blown disaster, which probably could be corrected with fat transfer. So if you're a guy,
well, not if you took too much of an upper lid. You can't.
Yeah, that's hard too. But if you're a guy and you're thinking of having the most popular procedure that guys do right now, which is an upper eyelid blepharoplasty, do it very judiciously. Do it in a very limited way. Do not expose the entire upper eyelid platform, we call it, and don't take any fat at all from your upper eyelid area. because when you do an upper blepharoplasty, you take skin and you take fat. There are two particular fatty compartments, and you take them in women. And it's very nice to have that sculpted out in a woman. Very feminine, looks very good. You do it on a man, it's a catastrophe and a disaster. And just look at this A-list actor that's had done recently.
So men tend to have,
we all do,
as opposed to women.
We have hooded eyelids.
Men, but there are some women, like I have some girlfriends that have hooded eyelids, and it's very sexy.
Yeah.
But it's like if they were going to get an upper bleph, they would have to just take a little and keep the hood, but just make it a little less.
But even if a woman had sexy hooded upper eyelids naturally and you take them away, she still looks good. She still looks fully
She doesn't look like herself.
Okay.
That's what you gotta
well, that was the Renee Zellweger thing. She
Right.
still looks good. She still looks feminized. If you feminize a man, no matter how handsome that man is,
It's weird.
He's now stepped over into weird.
Okay, so I'm going to give you some procedures and stuff, and you tell me if men should be doing this.
Okay.
Now. So should every man get Botox?
I think so.
Do you?
I do. So there's 5 or 6 different kinds of botulinum toxin. The first 3 don't work on me at all because I've been having them for so many years.
Botox, Dysport, and what?
Xeomin doesn't work.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. So the new one does. Dactify works on me. And so
I just got Botox. I can't move anything.
And so I love it. Looks great on me.
Yeah.
Because the reason it looks so good on me is because even the new one doesn't work that well. So you can't make me look overly shiny or overly Botox. You can't over Botox me.
Right.
It's not possible. And so I could have as much Botox as I want. I would just look better.
Okay.
But if you over Botox a man, it looks weird. I'm sorry. Men are supposed to have lines and forehead. Forehead lines.
What about skin and facial treatments like chemical peels, hydrofacials, microneedling?
All of that is fabulous in a man. And it's that stuff is great for men and women. The truth be told, for a man, because our skin is so thick and so resistant to changes anyways, because of that dermal thickness, you do them, but if they don't work, don't do them. But like I have the kind of face where if I did a lot of facials and microneedling, you probably wouldn't notice it. It probably wouldn't make a big effect because I'm older and I have such thick skin and so many wrinkles. Whereas Botox looks better, those might just be throwing money down the drain.
Second chances are for your closet, not your ex. So whether it's the quiet luxury piece you bought before remembering you're actually a maximalist, or those flats you never quite broke in, the best place to give them a second chance is The Real Real. I am so excited to share that this podcast is sponsored by The Real Real, the best place to shop and sell authenticated luxury bags, clothing, watches, and so much more. I have shopped and sold at The Real Real, which is great because I can use my earnings for something special and new to me. I love scouring The Real Real for new pieces. P.S. There are 10,000 new items every day, and they do their daily drops at 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. EST. Resale is for second chances. The killer heels that killed your feet, jewelry that your ex bought you, whatever it is, consigning with The Real Real is the best way to let go of something that's no longer you and get paid for it. So if you need more closet space, don't stop shopping. Start selling and make room for pieces that actually feel like you. The Real Real is the world's largest and most trusted resource for authenticated luxury resale. With thousands of new arrivals daily, no one does resale like The Real Real. And this month, you can get an extra $100 site credit when you sell for the first time. Just go to therealreal.com/Dubrow to get your extra $100. therealreal.com/Dubrow. That's therealreal.com/Dubrow.
Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first... There, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
Hey, I'm Frank, and I have hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. Before starting Cosentyx, I was so uncomfortable with my symptoms, like not being able to sleep on white sheets or wear white clothes. Now I can appreciate the little things.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for adults with moderate to severe hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. Don't use if allergic to Cosentyx. Get checked for TB before starting. Increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like TB or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some are fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at 1-844-COSENTYX or Cosentyx.com.
You're stronger than HS. Ask your dermatologist about Cosentyx.
Picture this. Your trip hasn't even started, but it already feels like a vacation. Private check-in, exclusive lounges, dedicated service, showers, spa chairs, chef-curated menus. That's Delta One, where your getaway begins before you even board. And it all starts right from the moment you get to the airport for a flight to, let's say, London. You enjoy a stress-free private check-in and then wait for boarding at the exclusive Delta One lounge. Your partner came straight from the gym, so they hop in the shower while you kick back in a massage chair. And it only gets better once you're in the air, where you are priority number one or priority Delta One. Let's talk about the dining. Each dish thoughtfully crafted by acclaimed chefs with a wine selection curated by Delta's master sommelier. Maybe you choose one of the seasonal entrees while your partner picks a regional selection. That's the attention to detail you only get with Delta One. After dinner, it's time to relax. And if you've flown Delta One, you've experienced the Missoni bedding. That Missoni magic is even available in a slipper form. And with spacious 100-degree lie-flat seats with premium finishes, you'll have no problem catching a few winks if you need them. Then rested and renewed, you can freshen up with an exclusive Delta One amenity kit. Crafted with premium Italian materials featuring iconic zigzag patterns and stock full of wellness essentials from Grown Alchemists and other travel products. They put a lot of thought into it, and that's the point. They put a lot of thought into everything, into designing a premium experience, into anticipating your needs, into elevating your travel. Learn more about the Delta One experience at delta.com/Delta One.
Breaking news, everybody. Not everything is terrible. I repeat, not everything is terrible. The Ripple Effect with Jenna Kim Jones is proof that the internet, it hasn't ruined humanity entirely.
Clean the world. We have almost 10,000 hotels that operate our soap and plastic recycling program. And we have created and distributed 90 million free bars of soap to children, families, mothers in 127 countries across the globe.
It's like magic, you guys. So put down your doom scroller and pick up your faith in humanity and join me, Jenna, for the Ripple Effect. It's a reminder that you can start a ripple that changes everything. You really can.
Best stat of all is that the death rate to children under the age of 5 dying to hygiene-related illnesses has decreased by more than 60% since the day we started.
Listen to the Ripple Effect with Jenna Kim Jones on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
What about hair? So, all right, everyone knows guys are very sensitive.
As are women.
About hair.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Women.
Hair in our head and hair in our body.
Yeah.
100%. I saw this clip the other day of a woman. She was showing her ring and she had some hair
on her knuckles.
On her knuckle. And people were going crazy about the hair on her knuckle. It's like
so rude.
It's hair.
Yeah.
Okay, so hair related stuff. Hair transplant, PRP injections, laser hair. So getting more hair, getting less hair.
All right. So guys, every guy, unless you have hair like, Robert Downey Jr., although who's or Brad Pitt with perfect hair at all times.
Richard Marx.
Every guy at the age of 30 should be on Propecia and oral minoxidil. Every single one.
Really?
Yeah, because you're going to have temporal recession. You're going to have thinning just because that's the androgenic nature of alopecia in males. So every guy should be on 0.5 to 1.5 milligrams of oral minoxidil. Don't bother with the topical. It doesn't work as well. And it's pennies to do the oral. And finasteride. Okay, that's amazing. And then what I recommend for all guys, if you can afford it, and if you're interested, and if you can't afford it, there's plenty of people all over the country who do it for less expensive. You should have hair transplants early on.
Why? And I was going to talk about hair transplants because people always say that Turkey
Turkey's very good
is
at it.
Why is that? Why Turkey?
They're inexpensive. They're inexpensive. They do a very, very high volume. But Turkish, you have to be careful because they'll tend to overdo it. And the problem is, if you do too much hair transplant at too young an age and you end up balding significantly when you get older, it's going to look weird.
Because then you'll just have hair in the front?
You'll just have hair in the front and not very much on the sides and the back.
Yeah.
But hair transplants are extremely good now. And don't do the strip method. Do the individual follicular harvesting method, the FUE. They take each one out. It requires a lot more time. They're very good at it. But don't let them cut a strip out anymore. That's not.
What about like people versus the robotic way to do it?
Robotic is very, very good. It's only for harvesting, the robotic.
Oh.
Robotic is very good for harvesting. I think the robotic way is probably the best way.
What about laser hair removal? I mean, like I was saying with this girl with her knuckle, like hair removal is such an interesting thing. Like I have a girlfriend who has little kids and her daughter's like, I don't know, 10 now. And her daughter made a comment to her once about body hair and it worried her. So she stopped shaving her legs, the mom, and her armpits. And she was like, it's just hair. It's not a big deal. Because she wanted to destigmatize it for her daughter, which I thought was like so cool and interesting. For me personally, I don't like body hair and I don't like hairy guys either.
I hate body hair.
I know. You shave everything.
I shave everything.
He's a shaver.
I'm a shaver. So the laser hair removal is one of the most effective laser treatments you can do. Just as long as you have light. The lighter your skin and the darker your hair, the better.
Yeah.
It's very effective, but I will tell you the number one reason for a medical malpractice lawsuit in cosmetic medicine, including all of plastic surgery, is a laser hair removal lawsuit.
Why?
Well, it's sort of the same reason why the number one reason the number one area to get into a car accident is within 5 miles of your house.
Because that's where you drive them on?
Yeah, so it's the number one most common procedure in cosmetic medicine. But having said that, people get burned all the time. And so if you're going to have laser hair removal, make sure you tell the provider, even if it's your 5th time doing it and the first 4 times were really good and you had no side effects, make sure you tell, hey, I just had some sun recently, even if you don't look that tan, I just had recent sun, or I'm using a new topical product, because the laser may see that new tan, and instead of going after the darkness in the follicle, it'll go after your skin and burn your skin.
I have had problems sometimes because I have like olivey, even though I keep myself pale like a vampire because I just like that. If I tan, it stays. And I have like olivey skin, but like I get my arms, legs, like I get everything laser hair removal. And when I went back, the gal turned it up and she's like, you should get your money's worth. She told me,
don't do that.
She told me after, but you see now I have like white spots on my arm.
Yeah. So if you burn someone or even deliver a little too much heat, even if it's less than an actual clinical burn with the laser hair removal, they can lose pigment or gain pigment. You can get what's called post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, where it's dark.
That's not good.
Or the melanocytes shut off, and now you get white spots. And that happens as we go to older anyway. You look at my skin, I've got a whole bunch of dyspigmentation, white spots and dark spots, just because I'm an older dude.
I think mine was from the laser.
Yeah, it's funny. You know me, I'm such a shaver. I get in the shower and I just start shaving my body.
Yes.
Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first... There, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
Hey, I'm Frank, and I have hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. Before starting Cosentyx, I was so uncomfortable with my symptoms, like not being able to sleep on white sheets or wear white clothes. Now I can appreciate the little things.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for adults with moderate to severe hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. Don't use if allergic to Cosentyx. Get checked for TB before starting. Increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like TB or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some are fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at 1-844-COSENTYX or Cosentyx.com.
You're stronger than HS. Ask your dermatologist about Cosentyx.
Picture this. Your trip hasn't even started, but it already feels like a vacation. Private check-in, exclusive lounges, dedicated service, showers, spa chairs, chef-curated menus. That's Delta One, where your getaway begins before you even board. And it all starts right from the moment you get to the airport for a flight to, let's say, London. You enjoy a stress-free private check-in and then wait for boarding at the exclusive Delta One lounge. Your partner came straight from the gym, so they hop in the shower while you kick back in a massage chair. And it only gets better once you're in the air, where you are priority number one or priority Delta One. Let's talk about the dining. Each dish thoughtfully crafted by acclaimed chefs with a wine selection curated by Delta's master sommelier. Maybe you choose one of the seasonal entrees while your partner picks a regional selection. That's the attention to detail you only get with Delta One. After dinner, it's time to relax. And if you've flown Delta One, you've experienced the Missoni bedding. That Missoni magic is even available in a slipper form. And with spacious 100-degree lie-flat seats with premium finishes, you'll have no problem catching a few winks if you need them. Then rested and renewed, you can freshen up with an exclusive Delta One amenity kit. Crafted with premium Italian materials featuring iconic zigzag patterns and stock full of wellness essentials from Grown Alchemists and other travel products. They put a lot of thought into it, and that's the point. They put a lot of thought into everything, into designing a premium experience, into anticipating your needs, into elevating your travel. Learn more about the Delta One experience at delta.com/Delta One.
Breaking news, everybody. Not everything is terrible. I repeat, not everything is terrible. The ripple effect with Jenna Kim Jones is proof that the internet, it hasn't ruined humanity entirely.
Clean the world. We have almost 10,000 hotels that operate our soap and plastic recycling program. And we have created and distributed 90 million free bars of soap to children, families, mothers in 127 countries across the globe.
It's like magic, you guys. So put down your doom scroller and pick up your faith in humanity and join me, Jenna, for the ripple effect. It's a reminder that you can start a ripple that changes everything. You really can.
Best stat of all is that the death rate to children under the age of 5 dying to hygiene-related illnesses has decreased by more than 60% since the day we started.
Listen to The Ripple Effect with Jenna Kim Jones on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on TrainerGames.com.
What about surgery for men? Facelifts, nose jobs,
So,
otoplasty,
okay.
chin implant.
All right. So rhinoplasty is a very common male procedure. You have to be very careful if you're a rhinoplasty surgeon because, you know, males are very picky and get very angry. Luckily, I don't do any more male rhinoplasties. I give them all to Paul, obviously. But those, when you hear about a plastic surgeon who was murdered by a patient, it's always a male rhinoplasty.
Really?
Yeah. So, but they can be very effective. I think it's important with a guy. You know, you got to underdo everything when it comes to male plastic surgery. Less is more. Yeah, and particularly for a facelift. The problem with facelifts in a guy is, we lose hair, so we're going to camouflage those scars. And if you make, maybe you have different feelings about this. I'm going to be 70 in a few years, not that far away. And I don't think a 70-year-old guy should have zero laxity in their neck.
Right.
It just doesn't work. It's just something's wrong with that.
So you don't like this forever 30 kind of vibe that like women are doing? You don't think men should do the same thing?
I think,
Why?
because it doesn't look real. It's not that it doesn't look real. It looks weird.
Huh.
Women don't necessarily look, although we've seen lots of people in Beverly Hills come to a restaurant and they're like 85 and their necks are perfectly sculpted. That looks weird to me.
I think it looks great.
Okay, that's
I'm on
fine.
board with that.
Okay, but a man who has a perfectly sculpted face at 85,
A guy to be a little rugged. You don't want him to be, because then it starts. The problem is with men is that if it gets too tight, it starts to look feminine. That's the problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It looks weird and feminine. And so, like, I was watching George Clooney being interviewed on, what was it, 60 Minutes the other day. And
He looks good.
He looks good. He's got laxity in his neck. I thought, see, maybe I have too much laxity. This much laxity I don't like, but unfortunately, there's really no procedure short of a surgical neck lift that's going to tighten this up. I don't think. I've got some ideas in mind I'm going to try before I subject myself to the surgery. And by the way, if I do surgery on my neck and I do have facelift, I will publicize it.
Excellent.
Yes, but I'm not friggin' ready to do that. And again, to me, an 80-year-old guy has other things about him that are always going to make him look 80. So if there's
like your hands, are you talking about? Or
just an 80-year-old guy looks like an 80-year-old guy. There's just either his hair or his wrinkling or he's bent over a little bit. Or
Every time I see someone bend over,
he's got slightly frail or something. It's just that if he has a perfectly sculpted jawline, that's what I call visual discordance. There's something, it's like taking, an old Ferrari and putting a new Ferrari front end on it.
It looks weird.
It just doesn't work visually. Women can get away with it. It works. But men, it does not work and it looks weird. So for your man, you have to be very careful. Go to a plastic surgeon who does a lot of men and go and tell him to have a very light hand, okay? If he takes just a few millimeters of skin too much from your upper lids, or he makes your neck just a little too tight, you're going to look weird, and it's unappetizing visually.
Yeah.
So be very, very careful. But yeah, the Botox, do it. The fillers, do it.
Scrotox?
Scrotox, whatever with the Scrotox. I mean, that's just silly. It's like anal tinting. I don't know.
That's really a thing?
Anal tinting is a thing.
Why?
Well, if you think about if you're gay,
yeah,
the anus is much more of a sort of a visually notable
area.
You look at it, you interact with it. So you want it to look, better. Yeah, which is perfectly fine. But I mean, look, you've been with guys, all right? How many times have you evaluated the testicles and the scrotal area?
I don't.
No woman's going to evaluate, even if you're, doing the thing down there. You're not going to. I don't think so. I wouldn't know. But if you're in,
I'll let you know tomorrow.
But and then it comes down to the the whole things for penile enlargement and whether you're a shower or a grower and all that kind of stuff.
Is that really a thing? Can you enlarge a penis?
There are new techniques to do it. Yeah.
You mean like when they used to put a pump in that thing?
Yeah. Well, that's pump. That's for erectile dysfunction. You can't get it up, but now in terms of like getting it wider, girthier,
you can
put implants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember I met that guy at that Italian restaurant. He came up to me. He dragged me over to see his father who had done 23,000 of these penile implants.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, wow, there's a lot of penises guys has touched.
But here's my question. I've had a lot of C-sections, right?
Yeah.
And an umbilical hernia and all that. There's a significant section of my stomach
that's numb.
Yeah. My question is, if you go and you have like this girthy piece put in, isn't that
you're signing?
Are you signing up to now be numb? And is that going to defeat the purpose of why you wanted that in the first place?
Put it this way, you're signing a consent form,
right?
That along with the usual risks and complications you're advised and informed of, numbness is on there. And so, right, you can, you might look better walking around the gym with your clothes off, but if you can't feel as much,
Doesn't matter.
That's sort of
Not good.
not good. Yeah.
All right, so wrap it up. Top 3 procedures you
Upper
think.
bleph limited.
Okay.
Lower bleph very good, but make sure you don't get pulled down, because even a millimeter in your lower lids where you're pulled down, that results in a phenomenon called outer or lateral rounding. And there's a very famous A-list actor who did his lower eyelids in his early 40s. I won't mention his name, and he looks better now because I think he's gone to a better plastic surgeon now. And he had a little too much skin taken of the lower lid, and it caused a pull down of the outer.
So you could see the white under the
see the whites. That looks weird.
Yeah.
So don't take less is more. If you have laxity of your lower eyelids and you pull down and it doesn't snap back as much, you may need an outer tightening procedure to make sure when you take the skin, it doesn't pull you down. I do a very subtle. I actually, I don't care how many. I don't advertise myself as a plastic surgeon because I don't need to because I'm the botch doctor. But I have a very soft hand when it comes to male plastic surgery, and so you want to go to a soft hand, and the only problem with that is if you go to someone like me for your facelift and I leave you a little lax on the neck, and you may come and go, I'm a little lax, and I go, yeah, you're a little, but
because you're a dude.
You're a dude, but I go, look, what I want to do is leave you a little lax. Okay, maybe take 15 years off, maybe not 50 years off.
Right.
Let's make you look like
natural.
You're 37.
Like you're just aging.
Yeah, 37, maybe not like 17. Right. Okay. And so do all the things, just do them carefully, because I'm telling you, once you're botched when it comes to cosmetic male plastic surgery, it's harder to unbotch it than it is to botch it.
You heard it here first.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
Trainer Games on Prime Video January 8th. Watch the trailer on TrainerGames.com.
Did you know Microsoft has officially ended support for Windows 10? Upgrade to Windows 11 with an LG Gram laptop. Voted PC Mag's Reader's Choice Top Laptop Brand for 2025. Thin and ultra lightweight, the LG Gram keeps you productive anywhere. And Windows 11 gives you access to free security updates and ongoing feature upgrades. Visit lgusa.com/iHeart for great seasonal savings on LG Gram laptops with Windows 11. PC Mag Reader's Choice used with permission. All rights reserved.
Season 2 of Unrivaled Basketball is here, and the talent is unreal. The best women's players on the planet are running it back with even bigger moments and bigger stakes. Don't miss as Paige Beckers, Nafisa Collier, Kelsey Plum, Brianna Stewart, and more take the court and redefine the game. This isn't your regular season. This is Unrivaled, where the pace is faster, the energy is higher, and every athlete shines. Unrivaled Basketball, Season 2, sponsored by Samsung Galaxy, tips off January 5th on TNT, TrueTV, and HBO Max.
Support for the show comes from Public, the investing platform for those who take it seriously. On Public, you can build a multi-asset portfolio of stocks, bonds, options, crypto, and now generated assets, which allow you to turn any idea into an investable index with AI. It all starts with your prompt, from renewable energy companies with high free cash flow to semiconductor suppliers growing revenue over 20% year over year. You can literally type any prompt and put the AI to work. It screens thousands of stocks, builds a one-of-a-kind index, and lets you backtest it against the S&P 500. Then, you can invest in a few clicks. Generated assets are like EFTs with infinite possibilities, completely customizable and based on your thesis, not someone else's. Go to public.com/podcast and earn an uncapped 1% bonus when you transfer your portfolio. That's public.com/podcast. Paid for by Public Investing. Brokerage services by Open to the Public Investing, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services by Public Advisors LLC. SEC registered advisor. Generated assets is an interactive analysis tool. Output is for informational purposes only and is not investment recommendation or advice. Complete disclosures available at public.com/disclosures.
Hey, audiobook lovers. I'm Cal Penn.
I'm Ed Helms.
Ed and I are inviting you to join the best-sounding book club you've ever heard with our new podcast, Earsay, the Audible and iHeart Audiobook Club.
Each week, we sit down with your favorite iHeart podcast hosts and some very special guests to discuss the latest and greatest audiobooks from Audible.
Listen to Earsay on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Earsay and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.